Hello Cancer, thank you very much for tuning in to this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using Legacy of the Divine Tarot by Ciro Marchetti. Website at the bottom here is llewellyn.com if it'll focus. Feel free to check that out if you'd like to. I think there's other information there, I'll pull it back. Feel free to freeze frame on any of that if any of that looks appealing to you. Supportive Oracle Cards, Chakra Wisdom Oracle Cards, by Tori Hartman, illustrated by Gretchen Raish Baskin. A few websites in the back, torihartman.com, watkinspublishing.co.uk, and watkinspublishing.com, I believe at the bottom. Feel free to check anything you want out, of course. Cancer. Ooh. Something is ready to start. And I feel like it's more about who you're bringing with you. Something is definitely ready to start. Okay, let me put up more cards because I just want to be careful with this, because I see your energy kind of looking at this situation like you got this Three of Swords. And I feel like I'm looking at somebody and I'm like, how do I explain this? It's like, they're okay. I don't know how to explain this. It's almost, to me, it's almost like having that child. And say you're older, so like the child is maybe, you know, older, self-sufficient, living on their own. But they bring a lot of discord with them. You care about them, but you're like, it's a lot. It's kind of like, it feels, that's like the analogy. Whoever this person is, there's somebody here, you care about them, but they bring a lot of discord with them. And it feels like this has been going on long enough to where when it's good, it's kind of like you're very well aware of, like, enjoy it while it's good, because it just never lasts. You would love for it to last, you're hopeful that it will, but you know the reality of it. It just doesn't. There has been some healing with this connection over the last maybe year or so. Maybe things have been more, I wouldn't say, I don't know. I feel like we've been doing some work on this, or maybe you've been doing some work on this, and it seems like things are better than maybe they usually are. And maybe you might be staying out of a lot of things that are connected to this person. Even though you care about them, it's stressful. This is stressful. It's you want to be helpful, but I feel like I'm not giving my opinion as much. I'm helping, but I'm not really, I'm trying to not problem solve, because I feel like that never works. Let me just roll the dice, because I feel something about the communicating and trying to help, and I don't understand, because I feel like you have good ideas, but I don't think it works out. Like, they take your ideas and then it goes, I don't know, it's kind of like you might say something really simple like, oh, just make a box cake and then throw some whipped cream on it, and then that could be enough, because they don't really like frosting, whoever they're making it for. But then they make this candy frosting, and they get 3-tiered cake with strawberry, chocolate, vanilla. They go crazy. And you're like, oh. And then they make this cake for somebody, and that person's like, oh, this is way too sweet. And you were like, well, I was saying get a simple box cake and just put whipped cream on it with no sweetener in it. And that's what I was thinking. Yeah, they take and they do what they want. This person, their energy does not match your energy. They have a lot of stress that they don't share with you. They don't tell you the full ins and outs. There's also, this person seems very, it's the Four of Swords, but there's a lot of mental activity. However, there's a lot of mental activity here. It doesn't mean it's good, bad, or indifferent. It's just, there's a lot of it. You literally might tell them something, and I don't think they're trying to twist it, but they take it and they run with it and it goes somewhere else. And then I almost feel like sometimes maybe you get blamed for these things. Kind of like you said, make a simple cake with whipped cream frosting, for example, with no sweetener, because this person they're making it for doesn't really like too much sweet. They just hear the cake part, and they go freaking nuts. And then they're like, but Cancer said to make the cake, and now look at me. I look like the bad guy because I did what Cancer told me to do. And you're thinking to yourself, that's That's not what I said, though. And they're like, it is what you said. And they'll argue with you about it. I feel like it's something like that. But I don't know. There's a lot of intellectual activity here. I feel like you and them just do not do things similar. A lot of busy activity mentally for this person. You're trying to stabilize. They seem to see you as the problem. I don't think that's fair. They see you as the problem? I don't think that's fair. Because they also return back towards you looking for your help. So if you're the problem, why do they keep asking you for help if you're the problem? That's not fair. Okay, I mean, if this is it's either hitting or it's not, like, that just sucks. I mean, it does. If, like, somebody, like, blames you and then walks away for a while, then comes back and starts asking you for help again, then I feel like this is a pattern. I don't know. Take it with a grain of salt. I hope if that part's off, I'm cool with it, because that's sucky. Because I see I'm blocked and I don't know what to do, and I don't want to, like, reject this person, but I feel rejected by them, and I don't know what this, whoever this is like putting you through it. They're putting you through it. They are putting you through it. You really are trying your best too. I feel like you're owning too much of this. I heard there's somebody I know in my life that used the term, not my circus, not my monkeys. But the thing is, you might have convinced yourself it is your circus and your monkeys, but it really isn't. And I feel like you really are going above and beyond, but I think you're owning too much of this. Whatever this is, I think you're owning too much of it. I think that's what's causing you a lot of pain. But it makes sense. Makes sense why, but I think you're owning too much of it. Things are changing. This person's returning, and they're not considering the past. They're not, like, there's a lot of intellectual activity. I don't think they think about what they do, though. I don't know how to explain that. Like, there's a lot of thought. They got a lot of things going on in their brain, but then they just act. Then they just, I feel like they don't, it's like they have a lot of thoughts. They're quite smart, but they don't think things through. They just kind of go. I don't know how to explain that. There's so many different, like, they're doing so many different things. I don't know what to tell you. You're possibly going into another phase. Something comes in very randomly. They're not thinking about, like, the fact that this came in upside down. Where is it? It's over here. The Hermit came in upside down. That's no introspection. Not thinking about it, just coming back towards you. Who can help me? Oh, Cancer can help me. Cancer, do this for me. And you're like, all right. Your heart goes out. Whoever this person is, they're a part of your heart. What do you call that? You're part of your emotional community, whatever you want to call it. They're in your heart. I think that's what I'm trying to say. You just seem to. The thing is, when they come towards you, they don't think about it, and then they just pull towards you. But I feel like they're going to pull towards you, get what they want, and then they're going to exit really fast. Okay. The trick. Okay. They get what they want, and then they're like, oh wait, you're the problem. I forgot, and then they just kind of ditch you. Okay. Be aware of it. This is not a you problem. This is a them problem, but they're not going to own that. That's the trick of this. This is not a you problem. Because you keep I feel like you're wondering, like, what happened? Like, they wanted something, I did it, I thought we were doing well again, and then all of a sudden it's like, nope, no Cancer, nope, forget Cancer. Cancer, Cancer's evil, whatever. What happened? Like, what? I feel like they're going to leave you in this moment, like, what in the world? Like, I don't get it. It's not a you problem. It's really not. The trick is to let it be. Discovering that this is a quick moment, but step back and let it stay. Because I feel like your urge is to kind of fix it. But I don't see, it's not, that's why the impasse is here. It's like impassable, You can't fix something that's not your problem, that you don't even have half of the information here. And it's not your thing to fix. It's like people who have behavioral issues, you can maybe find people to help them find different ways to do things, but if they don't want to engage in that, it's not going to happen. They have to fix it. And this person is not even acknowledging that they have issues. It's a general read. Take it with a grain of salt, because they're gonna like play this game with you. If you can, I would just let it be. Just let it be, and just step away and do something else. help somebody else, go hang out with somebody else, do something else, just leave it alone. Because, and be aware of it, I hate that. This is like a very yo-yo situation. They're going to, once you stop trying to get them to give you attention for whatever reason, like you're just trying to like figure out why, what did I do now? Like, because I feel like that's how they're going to look at it. Like you're trying to get attention from them. If you don't play that game and you're just like, oh, you don't want me? Okay, you don't want me. Once they feel like you're serious and you're just really not going to go towards them, then they come back towards you again and like, Cancer, why aren't you helping me? This is quite, I can't even. I don't even know. Like, this is crazy. Is somebody really doing this to you? If this is off, that's okay, because this is really quite the thing. If somebody's doing this to you, I feel like they're turning you into this person who's just trying to constantly fix things, and they're just changing the rules left and right, changing the rules, changing the rules, changing the rules. This workaholic thing, is this them or you? What is that? What is that? Somebody feels, you're feeling trapped. You're feeling trapped in a situation where I feel, you guys forgot, you got the Eight of Swords and you got the Empress. Step out of this situation. This would be one of those things where I would say, when this person texts you, unless it's an emergency, let it sit for at least an hour every time you respond. Kind of like, oh, I'm busy, but here's what I got for you. Okay, I'll talk to you later. And just keep doing that. Oh, I fell asleep, or oh, I was doing this, or oh, just like, I know an hour, maybe an hour sounds too dramatic. Like 15, 20 minutes, set an alarm, set a timer on your phone if you have to, and just pace out the conversation, because you're gonna quickly realize that they keep changing what they're talking about. You're gonna maybe see what's going on with this person a little bit more. If this reading is hitting, hopefully you see it objectively. If you can step back and if you can see this happening to somebody else, there's no, this is not a you problem, as best I can put it. This is not a you problem. This is just, you have to back off and just let them sort it out themselves. There's only so much you can do for this person. The trick is to not be sucked into the problem. This one is a little interesting. I feel like they're trying to highlight what's happening so that you don't drag yourself down the stairs emotionally, and realize it's literally them. And like, I almost feel like I don't know if it's malicious, because I don't know, it doesn't really feel malicious. It feels like somebody's out of control, and this is just a pattern they do. If you don't play into it, I feel like, you know, it kind of causes them to think of things differently, but they have to do a lot of introspection. You can't think for them. If you try to highlight something, I feel like they whip it right around and like, oh, that's what you think, Cancer, because you're the problem. That's not fair. But this is not working out in a fair way, in my opinion. So I'm hoping if this is happening, it's highlighting what's going on here as a pattern, and that it's not you. If you can disconnect and just kind of let it go, even if this person tries to like push your buttons and make you feel guilty, stepping back and going, no, I do what I can. I try to help, and it just doesn't work. And I'm not going to let you suck me down like that. You do seem to care about this person, so I understand you're going to keep caring about them, and that's fine. But it's not letting them, even though you care about them, pull you down like that. Kind of like, all right, this is what it is. That's what they're doing. And emotionally detaching, kind of like, I can't let this happen. Hopefully this puts you in a power perspective. I really hope so. Alright, that's what I have. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below, same email. Thank you again for watching, and have a great day.